These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording on Sunday, January 28th. We're going to be looking at Kristaps Porzingis today. Obviously, he did not play in the Celtics blowout loss to the Clippers, but he did play in their blowout win against Miami. We got a lot of comments today. First of all, I did want to say this before we look at the actual clips. And a lot of comments today where it's like, I don't understand how they can play this good and then look like this for certain games. Are we sure they're really good? And I don't know how many of them were serious, but I just wanted to emphasize the fact that even the best teams in NBA history do in fact get blown out from time to time. It sucks. It sucks to watch and it makes you question stuff, but no team is purely invincible. The 2016 Warriors lost by 30 to Dame and CJ with everybody healthy. To put it simply, shit happens, right? And I'm not saying it's good and you absolutely have to learn from it, but getting blown out doesn't mean the season's over, panic mode. Even the best teams in NBA history lose by a lot. The Warriors lost by 18 plus. They lost 9 times this season. 4 of them were by 15 plus. It just happens sometimes. And when it happens, it rolls over and over and over. And Steph Curry and the whole trio played in 3 of those 4 games. So the point is it just happens. That said, the importance is to learn from it, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to look at some clips because, like I said, after the Clippers game, and I think you agree at least, you miss Kristaps, right? And you need to be better without him, but he is so important to how this offense runs, and you saw that in the very stark difference between the Heat and the Clippers games.
I think Porzingis is literally the most important player on the Celtics in terms of offense. I know there's other aspects of basketball, but in terms of, one, enjoying watching this team play, and 2, this team doing things that aren't brain damaged on offense, he adds so much to their capabilities as a team. Coming into the season, we all knew that this trade had happened for months. I wrote an article about it. And I wrote an article about how he can be a successor to Al Horford. And one part of the article talked about his post-ups and how last season, and I think when Horford was in his prime with the Celtics, one of his all-star seasons, they have very similar post-up numbers. The game was also different then when Horford was the guy posting up. This is the current day game, and Porzingis was putting up those kind of numbers and has continued to carry it over as a member of the Celtics. His ability to be a thorn in the opposing defense, a focal point of the offense, and a hub is so important. And when they don't have that, they revert back to a lot of the lazy, a lot of the uncreative offense that we've seen in the past. And it's really led them to be terrible in close games. Now, this game was not close, but when it was, this is why it became not close, is because they were lazy. They went into multiple defenders. They had guys saying me, me, me. And all of those things can happen with Porzingis, but they happen a lot slower because the post is a slower paced way to play. And that's another thing about Saturday's game is Tatum played really well, and he did it in part by posting up and also going to the rim, but he did it in a patient way. The other guys were not patient.
Yeah, Tatum has been driving more than ever. I think he had the most drives of the season in that Heat game, and he started off the Clippers game attacking and driving.
Yes.
And it's not to say it's not to say he went away from it. It's just the Clippers did a really good job of shutting him down, sort of like what the Nuggets did. The Nuggets threw 2 bodies in the paint, or they threw a body on him and then had somebody in the paint, always making it so be difficult for him to roam over. Excuse me, but as far as Porzingis, here's the play. Right. And this isn't meant to be Al Horford bad. Obviously, Al Horford's not bad. However, he's not Porzingis. That's the fact of the matter. Right. So take a look.
Not anymore. In his prime, yes.
Yes, but not anymore. So look at this play. Okay. Al Horford runs pick and roll. Jayson Tatum comes to the top. Right. That's a 3. First off, if this is Porzingis, that's a 3-point attempt. And whether it goes in or not, regardless, it's quick. Horford doesn't get it off. Doesn't have time to get it to Jaylen Brown because, credit James Harden. He acknowledges the rotation quickly. This is
also Kawhi.
Clippers. Kawhi cuts it off. Credit to Plumlee and Harden for making the rotation quickly. The Clippers played great defense this whole night. Then he gets in here and they shut him off. The Clippers did a phenomenal job of shutting off passing lanes all night. Horford gets lost, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Like, he's cooked at that point. Now, go to Porzingis. Let me find the clip here. It's not the exact same. However, you look at Porzingis here, right? Pick and roll Tatum, gets to the middle instead, fading out. The Heat send all these bodies at him. Crazy pass to Horford in the corner, right? There's just a difference. And again, it's not the exact same play, but even you look at the initial kick out to Horford where he doesn't take the three. Let's take a look. Let's see what Porzingis does on this exact, a pick and roll with Tatum. Let me go out here and just bomb a three. Let's see what Porzingis does here. Let's see if he runs a pick and roll. I wonder what's going to happen here. Let me just bomb a three, right? Like Horford's just not going to. But as I was saying before, the classic Sam Wi-Fi thing, I was showing these clips. I'll catch you up a little bit for the video. They know what I was saying. I was saying basically, you saw the Horford clip. Horford's not doing this. Horford isn't stepping out and hitting this. This is like effectively the same exact three Horford got. He's just not doing that at this point in his career. And so you have that extra option and release valve of Kristaps where it's like, you can just give it to him. You can just let him make a play in the paint. You can just let him shoot those threes. And the offense, I don't want to use the word dependent, but he is so important to what they do on offense that when he's not there, you feel it, and you feel it in a big way. Like,
yeah,
on the Clippers game, obviously.
No, I mean, I felt like Porzingis has been such a key to a lot of the growth that the Celtics have shown this year offensively. I mean, I talked about it to start this video, but he really does just give them a whole extra punch they can throw at teams in a close game. He adds a calming presence because he is a release valve, like you mentioned. It takes a lot of pressure off these two-star guys, Tatum and Brown, where they don't have to do everything. If they get doubled, he's there. And he's a very tough guy to sag off of because he's so big. Even if you recover and you close out, it's really tough to affect his shot because he's releasing it so high. He has become a mismatch god. They can post him up and get a switch, and he can turn and play Nerf with a smaller defender switched on to him. It's a joke how easy it is for Porzingis. So add all of those skills into Tatum and Brown are two of the most able shot creators in the league. That's a death sentence for a defense. So when you don't have to deal with that, it does get a little bit easier. This is not a video meant to take credit away from the Clippers. Jack already went through and broke down how well they rotated out and made things difficult on Al Horford. But he really does just add that much more to opposing defenses' platters when he's out there. So him being hurt isn't fun, and I hope he's back soon.
Yeah, clearly they need him back because the offense with him out got ugly. And I mean, we can take a look. What point in the game, in your opinion, that Clippers game, did it go from they still have a chance to cooked? Because I think it was the third quarter, right? They were down at halftime. Yeah. They were down at halftime. So let's take a look at the third quarter offense. They actually started the third quarter with 3 straight makes, and then they missed.
That's what I was about to say. Like, they actually gave you hope to start the third quarter. Like, they came out and played well, and you were like, all right, like maybe they got it in them. Maybe they are going to be serious. And then they went like 6 minutes without making anything.
Well, you want to know what it was? Now looking at it, it was, let's go to Tatum, and then Tatum missed one shot, and then he didn't get another shot for.
That's good though.
6
they
minutes.
Do need to discipline him.
No, not in this case, not in this situation.
This is like the last game ever they should discipline Tatum. He was playing so well.
Disciplining Tatum is the stupidest thing the Celtics could possibly do. Let's look at this third quarter offense, right?
Sometimes you got to let people know where they stand.
No, and then we could look at some I mean, this is Kawhi Leonard, right? This is how well Tatum was playing.
He did this throughout the entire first half.
The NFL season is wrapping up, and there's still time to get in on the action with FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers get $150 in bonus bets, guaranteed when you place a $5 bet. That's $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. Now, the app is so easy to use, and there are so many different ways to bet, like live same-game parlays, find bets in the new Explore tab, make a parlay in the Parlay Hub, the best way to find popular parlays, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/Boston and make your first bet a layup. FanDuel, official partner of the NFL.
This was a crazy Tatum game, though, because he was 8 of 11, and then he finished 8 of 18.
I know. It was unfortunate.
But it's because they iced him out of the offense, and then he had to,
I know.
really force things to get himself looks.
Yeah. So he made
This
3
is
shots.
one of
just like
those
the game.
things where we talked about Tatum earlier this season. We were like, well, maybe this isn't really on him. It's on the rest of the team for making everything he does rely on him creating shots. And I think that's showing in this game.
And then he missed this one. And after this, he didn't get the ball again.
In
And
fairness to the rest of the team, this almost made me throw a remote through my hotel TV. This was a major read the room, please be serious situation.
Tatum had made 3 straight shots at this point. This is actually one of the few points where I don't mind to pull up 3. That said, it missed, and then he didn't get the ball back until the 3-minute mark of the third quarter, right? Let's look at this offense. Look at this. What are we doing? Like, this
was bad, too. This was also
dead
throw your
offense.
remote through the TV.
The offense turned dead until the 3-minute mark, and then Tatum made the next shot. And then, look at Brown is lost in the paint. Horford, I mean, in their defense, they missed some open shots as well, but, like, you could just see how scrambled they were because the Clippers were forcing them off of every pass. They were defending.
That was a force.
It was a force, but there was nothing else. Like, there was nowhere else to go. He is Drew Holiday. What are we doing? First of all,
if Jalen's sharp, he throws a bounce pass to him there, and then either a layup occurs or a kick out occurs.
Well, no, because Trey Mann is here. Paul George is here. You can't throw this bounce pass. There's no bounce pass to be thrown, in my opinion.
Okay, well, he wasn't really ever missed.
No, I'm not saying Drew Holiday, like, get it to him. I'm saying, why the hell are you there? What is that spacing? The spacing is terrible.
Made a cut, and then Jalen drove immediately. So he makes a cut there, and he really wasn't open.
Maybe Horford should have found him there, but then after you're not open, don't stay in the paint. You see Jalen's driving. Like, move to the free throw line or something. Like, if he moves to the free throw line past Terrence Mann, then Jaylen Brown can either have a pass to the corner to D White or kick it to Drew Holiday at the free throw line. The offense just slows down. And to be honest, if Kristaps is in the play, and he's either Al Horford or they're running double bigs, and this is a 7'3" guy. Like, that'd be much better if that's a 7'3" guy. Anyways, like, bad offensive play, obviously. Goes here. They find Sam Hauser. That's a fine shot. Sam Hauser missed it. No. They don't make another shot to, like, the 3-minute mark.
Okay.
4 minutes. Look, without a shot. Cornette, not in his defense, but he missed some layups. He got stuffed there. Cornette was either really good or really bad in this game. He's either missing a layup or rebounding the ball. Like, there's no in between. That was a force, obviously.
Terrible.
Bad shot. Then they got it to Pritchard for a fine 3, and then it sucked again. It just all went downhill. The offense turned into isolation. Tatum didn't get touches, like, halfway through it. Like we said, we just watched this. This was terrible. Finally gets the ball again. There's not nearly enough screens for Tatum. Finally, like, forces Will. That's just unlucky. Like, he missed an open putback. It's when he started being aggressive again, which is a good thing. But, like,
it was like a weird aggression, though. Like, it wasn't.
He was mad. He was mad at this point.
In fairness to him, the game is out of hand.
Yeah, he was mad. He was mad playing at this point. That's why you got to attack. Some great defense by Tatum, though.
It's remarkable that they missed
not
that part.
score.
Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Cornette makes that.
I was ready for them to not score there. But the offense just turned into a lot of clutter, right? And I think, as stupidly obvious as it sounds, you really miss the vertical spacing of having a second 7-footer on the floor. The Celtics are able to outsize almost every team in the league because they can run double bigs with Horford Porzingis, Cornette Porzingis, or Cornette Horford. And people could dislike the Cornette, double bigs, whatever. But, like, you have 4 guys who can shoot and Cornette, and you have 2, 6'10" and higher guys on the floor. Like, that's tough for teams to score against. And so you miss Porzingis in this game, and offensively, you miss that guy in the middle who can just catch it and then make plays from there. And they've got to be better at finding other ways to find offense without him on the floor. And, knock on wood, just hope and pray he's healthy for the playoffs. That's the end of the day, what it comes down to. But
final point is similar to yours, but things get a lot more team oriented when he's on there. It feels like. Yes. When he's not out there, it feels like a lot more reversion to your turn, my turn, instead of let's move the ball and there's so many different ways we can score. We'll find the best one no matter what.
Yeah, it's because without Porzingis, this team is literally just last year's team, but Drew Holiday instead of Marcus Smart. Without Porzingis.
But the way this team has played this year with Porzingis should, to an extent, carry over because they can be more mature.
I agree, but it feels like it's just every time he's out, it reverts back to, okay, this is basically the same
Oh, it
personnel,
doesn't
let's
mean
play
that's
the
not
same way.
true,
I
but it
know, that's
shouldn't
all I
be
was
like
saying.
that.
I agree with you 100%. They got to find better ways. I think it should be more screening. I think more the star screening for the stars. I'd like to see JB and JT screen for each other more off ball movement, more cuts. Find ways, right? Just don't clog the paint. Just I don't know. It was frustrating to watch. Obviously, it'll all be hopefully knock on wood cured with Porzingis in the lineup, because at the end of the day, it sucks when they can't play with him. But barring a catastrophe, you'll have him. So get him healthy. Try not to suck without him anymore. Thank y'all for watching. Let us know what you think. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics, and I'll let Sam wrap it up.
Yes, thank you very much for listening or watching. If you're watching, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. We're doing full pods, game recaps, talking season with Bobby Kravitsky, little film breakdowns like this, rumor breakdowns, and also we're live a half hour before every single game, so come hang out in the pregame chat. It is a ton of fun. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple. If you do, follow us. You will get the audio versions of the pods and game recaps right to your inbox. Please leave a 5-star review and say something nice. If you want to say something, even if it might not be nice, you can send us an email, hbtcpod@gmail.com. We go through your emails every single pod, which means when we record later today, as you're hearing this, we will be looking at them. So you could tell us what you thought of the Clippers game or what you think of Zion, who's going to be in town. I don't know, dude. It's literally midnight. I'm so tired. You can follow us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is just the name of the podcast. The pregame streams are there and on YouTube and on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at Jack's1NBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance. That's it for us.
Taco, come on.
Taco's having some fun here.
That is bogus! These guys are ridiculous!